Well, thanks for stopping by the 33 Kings studio to hang with your old buddy Uncle Jay. Today we're going to be talking about the Cherokee death cat, or the catawampus, or the wampus cat. All kinds of different names here in the hills of Appalachia, and we have our own language, really, if you want to get right down to it. But now the Forest Service and the park rangers say that these big cats don't even exist in Appalachia. It's not their native habitat. Well, maybe that's true, but they do venture in and they do come around, and the native Cherokee always told tales about these cats, and they always had stories about how you should always look up in Appalachia, and they weren't looking for squirrels, they were looking for big cats. Well, in legend and folklore, it's called many names. Some call it the Wampus. Some call it the whistling wampus. And, well, in Appalachia, it's just plain old wampus or wampus cat. A half dog, half cat creature that can run on all fours. And it's been rumored to be seen just after dark or right before dawn all the way throughout the Appalachians. But there's one thing that everyone agrees on in the non-Native American cultures. It's a howling, evil creature with yellow eyes that supposedly pierce the hearts and souls of those that come across it, driving them to the edge of insanity. Cherokee folklore, which is filled with tales of evil spirits lurking in the deep, dark forests that surrounded their villages, well, they offer a different view of the wampus cat. An evil demon called Iwa, the spirit of madness, had been terrorizing the village of Itawa or Chota, depending on the version that you hear, in what is today North Carolina. The village shamans and war chiefs called for a meeting, and the wise shamans told the war chiefs that sending the braves to hunt and kill Iwa was surely going to be the end of the tribe, for the Iwa had terrible power to drive men mad with just a simple glance. The war chiefs argued that the Iwa could no longer feast on the dreams of the Cherokee children and that something must be done. Together, they agreed that their strongest brave would go along and bring great honor to his family and tribe by killing the mad demon. Standing Bear, depending on the version that you hear, was the strongest, fastest, sneakiest, and smartest and most respected brave in all the Cherokee nation. And he was chosen to do battle with the demon. Now, as he walked from his village, the shamans blessed him, and the war chiefs gave him a lot of weapons in which he could use to slay the beast. And on the edge of town, his wife, Running Deer, bid him a final farewell, because she knew she would never see him the same way again. Weeks went by and there was no word from Standing Bear. Suddenly, late one night, the stricken brave came running back into camp, screaming, clawing at his eyes. And in one look, the tribe and Running Deer knew that her husband was no more. And with time, he would probably be able to maybe pick berries and work in the fields with the young girls and the widows. But Running Deer, her husband, was now dead. So what exactly happened to Standing Bear? And what caused him to go insane? Was the fear of encountering the wampus cat just too much for him to handle? Well, could have been. But what caused the wampus cat? What was her origin anyway? Well, we're going to take a look at that. The legend says that Running Deer was given a mask of a bobcat, and she conquered the wampus cat. Let's find out the origin of the wampus cat anyway, because, well, there had to be a beginning to the story somewhere. Now, the Ewa was explained to have been a Cherokee woman with trust issues. She'd put on a fur coat made of a mountain lion and then roam the forest, spying on her husband. Now, due to her lack of stealth, she was found out, and punished by a medicine man who forced her to wear a fur coat forever, transforming her spirit into the Wampus cat. Due to this impending curse put upon her by the shaman and the medicine man, she declared that she would declare war upon anyone that stepped into her woods. Well, as much as folklore and ghost stories and things of that nature intrigues good old Uncle Jay, well, there's always a good old logical explanation. And the fact is, well, folks, these cats traverse into Appalachia. Now, I remember growing up, my grandfather, my grandmother telling me stories about a black cat coming into the area that they lived in. Also, my father, my uncles, cousins, and all those folks that were alive back then. And this was back in the 1940s, 50s. And they saw what was a Black Panther. Now, there was a lot of stories going around about Black Panthers back then. Now, my mother also told a story about her grandparents when they would kill hogs in the winter, that they would have to put torches on top of the smokehouse in order for these big cats to keep from tearing the roofs off. Well, now these weren't Wampus cats. These weren't cursed women. These were cats, big cats, that were in the woods back then. And well, they're in the woods now. No matter what the Forest Service tells you, no matter what the park rangers tell you, they could be there. Always look up in the trees. Always be careful. And if you like what Uncle Jay's doing, do me a favor. Hit that like button, that subscribe button, and, well, the notification bell. That way you don't miss anything. And remember, there's no obligation to you whatsoever. Well, it just helps us out and keeps us bringing more content. Thank you, and have a blessed day.